The following program is a presentation of Far Sky Media. All content is property of Far Sky Media and its affiliates. This program was recorded and produced at the Far Sky Media Little Willow Studios.
While growing up, you're going to be told many different things to listen to, a lot of advice, and what sticks with you, what resonates. My dad said to have good neighbors, you have to be a good neighbor. So you have to accept the example before you can get something from them or expect something from them. So when I had my own home, as soon as a new neighbor moved in, I would welcome them. I would bake something for them at Christmas and that. The very first time I would give them a Christmas gift from our family. You would talk to them or wave to them when you see them. You would just show that you're available, because once in a while you need to lean on your neighbors. I called my neighbor out of the blue one time and she came over and helped me with my son when he had his accident. To have good neighbors, you have to be a good neighbor. And you're going to get lots of advice here and there. And my dad said, you listen to everyone, but you only take what works for you. You have to try new things, but if it doesn't work for you, then move on. But once in a while, you're going to learn something new. So listen to all that good advice coming in and give them the opportunity to speak to you, and give yourself that opportunity to learn something new, but only take what works for you. Because not all the information you're going to hear is good, is going to benefit you. Most importantly, stand behind what you say and do. Make your name mean something. If you're going to go and talk and talk and talk, it better have a purpose. Otherwise, every time you open your mouth, people are going to turn a deaf ear to you. And if you're going to lie and put things out there that's not 100% true, then again, people are not going to care what you have to say. Stand behind what you say and do. Those 3 parts came from when I was young, and I remember those stuck with me, and I shared those with my own kids, because that's good advice. Do you always get good advice? We all know that the answer is no, but what sticks with you? What resonates? What do you want to share with the younger generation, with someone else that you meet? I've told my students a couple of those. Stand behind what you say and do. Absolutely, I have shared that with many people. When I was coaching, I told students and the young players that listen to everyone that's going to give you advice on how to play, but only take what's going to work for you. And I asked my own kids and I said, is there any good advice I gave you? And I just wanted to see what they had to say for my older kids. And of course, they had to sit there and think for a while, and they're like, we don't know. And I said, oh, I thought you would say this. And they're like, well, yeah. I go, because you brought this up to me before. So my oldest was angry with me one time. And he came back and he goes, why do you always let him do everything? And I said, I don't let him do anything, because of course kids always think you play favorites. And I said, I don't let him do it. Yes, he gets to do everything. He's doing way more than we are. And I said, like what? Well, you let him go here, you let him go there, you let him have this. And I said, because he asked. He's like, well, what do you mean? I said, have you ever asked to go there? Did you ask to have that? He might be my youngest child, but he asked to do that. So I got a chance to answer. Was it always yes? Absolutely not. But if you don't ask the question, how will you know if you're going to be able to do it or not? So he asked me this when he was in high school, and in college he came back to me and said, that's the best advice I've ever received from you. So in college he had to ask people questions, and he was hoping for a yes. Was it always a yes? No, it's not supposed to be, but they're saying no to the question, not you, the person. So if you're scared of rejection, it's not really about you, it's about your question. So change your question. Don't give people the opportunity to say no to you, but always ask the question. So my kids said that's the best advice that they received from me growing up. I like to think I gave them other good advice, but that's the one that resonated the most with them. So my oldest, I view him as successful. He's very adventurous. He likes to try new things. He's living in a whole nother state, but he's asked different questions. He's asked questions and he's learning how to word them so people really can't say no. And he's excelling at what he's doing. He's coaching at a D1 school for softball. Was that his first path? No, he wanted to be in football or baseball. But eventually he asked the right question to someone and they didn't say no. And he used that and he built on that. And he has worked hard. Don't get me wrong, it wasn't just the questions. He put the work behind this, but he asked the right questions where some people would be intimidated. He didn't even know this top coach. But he just emailed him one day and he goes, "Can I interview you?" And he said yes for a class. And now they see each other at different events, and Devin considers him a friend now. And they know each other personally. Ask the questions. They will say no to the question and not you. Don't take it personally. Maybe you didn't ask the right question. Learn. Everyone should be learning every day. That didn't work. How can I make it better? Stand behind what you say and do. That's my important one. That's the one I resonate with from growing up. If someone says my name, I want them to know that I have integrity. I do things, or I try to do things the right way. They can count on me. Stand behind what you say and do.
This has been a Far Sky Media presentation. All content is property of Far Sky Media and its affiliates. Visit us at farskymedia.com for more information and programs. Thanks for joining us today. This program was recorded and produced at the Far Sky Media Little Willow Studios.